Welcome back to Time for Gardening. Today we're exploring the breathtaking beauty of Mackinac Island's timeless cottage gardens, nestled along the sparkling lakeshore. From romantic floral paths to historic blooms that echo the charm of another era, this island offers endless inspiration for small space and vintage garden lovers. Whether you dream of lavender hedges, overflowing borders, or weathered white trellises, this tour has something magical for you. We'll walk you through iconic spots, garden styles, and must-see seasonal displays that define Mackinac's unique cottage garden culture. If you adore garden tours with vintage charm, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss future floral adventures. Have you ever visited Mackinac Island? Or is it on your bucket list? Let us know in the comments below. Now let's begin our botanical journey through Mackinac's most beloved garden gems. Our tour begins at the historic garden gateways near the town's charming center, where white picket fences and overflowing borders create the perfect storybook welcome. Many of these gardens are anchored by fragrant roses, peonies, and delphiniums, a nod to the Victorian roots of Mackinac's horticultural past. Each entrance feels like a portal to another time, wrapped in ivy and framed by weathered stone paths. You'll often spot decorative iron gates softened by rambling clematis or hydrangeas in bloom. These entry gardens often set the tone for what lies ahead, a mix of curated beauty and wild abundance. The lake breeze keeps the air cool, allowing these blooms to flourish well into summer. It's here where the true cottage garden magic begins to unfold. No Mackinac Island garden tour is complete without a stroll down Lilac Lane, where the sweet scent of lilacs fills the air and lines the walkways like a lavender-hued fairy tale. These iconic blooms are celebrated every June during the Lilac Festival, but even outside the event, you'll find stunning clusters tucked into nearly every front yard. The variety here is staggering, from deep purples to creamy whites, adding layers of texture and color. Beneath the lilacs, shade-loving plants like hostas and bleeding hearts add lush undergrowth. It's a perfect model for layered, seasonal planting in any small garden. The combination of scent, shade, and softness turns this lane into a serene sensory experience. Next, we follow the shoreline to discover cottage-style gardens by the lake, where garden beds meet waterfront views in perfect harmony. You'll see plantings designed to sway in the wind. Think ornamental grasses, Russian sage, and coneflowers, all thriving in the breezy, sunny exposure. These gardens often include driftwood accents, upcycled rowboats as planters, and pebble-edged paths that echo the rhythm of the waves. They're a perfect blend of nature and nurture, inviting you to sit, reflect, and breathe in the lakeside calm. Want to recreate this look? Choose hardy, wind-tolerant flowers and natural materials to reflect your local landscape. Wandering deeper into the residential areas, we encounter secret garden paths, often hidden behind arched trellises or vintage iron gates. These shaded walkways are framed by flowering vines like honeysuckle, climbing roses, and wisteria, offering a cool retreat from the sun. What makes them truly cottage in style is their slightly overgrown, lovingly unkempt feel, like they've been there for decades. Pebbled paths lead to bird baths, wooden benches, or tucked-away herb plots. This design philosophy, romantic, relaxed, and a little wild, defines the heart of Mackinac's cottage garden style. Next, we pause to admire charming porch gardens and overflowing window boxes, a beloved tradition on the island. From vibrant geraniums and trailing lobelia to miniature daisies and ivy, these small-scale displays pack big seasonal impact. Many cottages feature coordinated palettes, soft pinks and whites for a vintage look, or bold reds and purples for more punch. Porch posts often support hanging baskets filled with fuchsias or petunias, completing the vertical charm. This is small garden design at its best, compact, lush, and full of personality. As we continue, we reach the historic district where heritage homes are framed by formal cottage borders. Here you'll find repeating drifts of lavender, salvia, foxglove, and Shasta daisies arranged in front of clapboard facades and wraparound porches. Garden design here leans slightly formal, but always softened by the abundant planting and whimsical touches like birdhouses or antique urns. These homes prove that timeless garden layouts still thrive when paired with rich architectural detail. Tucked between buildings and behind fences, you'll find hidden courtyard gardens bursting with charm and creativity. Often paved in old bricks or cobblestones, these spaces feature container gardens, water features, and intimate seating areas. It's here you'll find a mix of shade-tolerant plants like ferns, and a still be paired with pops of seasonal color. This is a masterclass in small space garden design, where every inch is considered and beautiful. Throughout the island, you'll notice ornate Victorian-style garden structures, including gazebos, archways, and birdcage trellises. Many are painted in classic white or soft pastels and draped with blooms. Garden art is thoughtfully integrated, from wrought iron stakes to vintage watering cans turned planters. These features give Mackinac Gardens their signature storybook appeal and offer great inspiration for upcycled and budget-friendly DIY touches at home. One of the most captivating aspects of Mackinac's gardens is how they evolve throughout the seasons. In spring, you'll find daffodils, tulips, and bleeding hearts stealing the spotlight. Summer is a riot of color, think phlox, cosmos, and hollyhocks. As fall approaches, sedum, asters, and ornamental grasses add warm hues and rich textures. Watching these seasonal transitions offers lessons in succession planting and year-round beauty, especially for cottage garden lovers who want continual bloom. And gardeners are generous with their tips, often passed down through generations. Some swear by compost tea, while others rely on seaweed mulching from the shore. Many favor heirloom seeds and organic growing methods, keeping the traditions and soil healthy. There's a strong culture of sustainable gardening, even in these ornamental spaces, and that's a lesson we can all carry into our own backyards. Thank you for joining us on this Mackinac Island garden tour, a true showcase of cottage beauty by the lake. From lilacs and lakeside beds to heritage homes and secret paths, we hope this journey filled you with fresh inspiration for your own garden dreams. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave us a comment about your favorite garden moment, and subscribe to Time for Gardening for more tours, tips, and seasonal charm. Whether you have a balcony or backyard, remember that the spirit of Mackinac's gardens lives in every bloom you nurture. See you in the next video, and happy gardening!